Today we are going to do the rock cycle simulation. So these are my students. Hello to everybody, thank you. All right, and so as usual, I'm going to explain a few things before we start. If you take a look at your rock cycle simulation sheet, that's where we're going to start.
Sure, part 1, weathering. Rocks are broken down by the forces of nature. In this simulation, the crayons represent rocks and the coins represents a weathering agent, wind, sun, ice, rain, that causes rocks to break down into smaller pieces. Directions. Each partner needs to weather his or her rock. In other words, use a spatula to shave your crayons into smaller pieces. Collect the shavings on a piece of wax paper. Be as neat as you can.
Yay! So it does say at the beginning there to use a coin, and I've decided that coins are really hard to hang on to and to do this, and then the crayons break more. So we have spatulas, and I'm going to let you all get started with that by coming over here and getting your color choices for crayons. Everybody needs a different color from the people in the other people. Choose your crayon. Talk to your lab partner. This is the quietest class.
I want brown. I'll take
Person number 1 over here to get a piece of wax paper from the counter. Person number 1, get one for each person in your group. So if there's 3 people, grab 3 pieces. Angie's not listening because she's supposed to be getting one for each person in her group. There we go. Person number 2, if you would come and get a spatula for each person in your group, including yourself. So if there's 3 people in your group, grab 3 spatulas. Got it? No. All right, are we ready for the next? Oh, excuse me, do you have a pass?
I don't, sorry.
You're late. Where are you coming from?
I was just talking to friends out in the hallway. I'll be on it.
You need to go back out and get a pass from Miss Wellington, please.
And that's a lunch detention.
Oh, so the more you can shave off, the better, so that your color will be represented.
We're all counting on our, stripping carrots and celery.
Oh,
Zucchini at home.
Peelers would work.
yeah, they would probably work a lot better than this. Yeah, I was thinking a cheese grater, but we'd have to have enough for every student. So, yes, if you're doing this at home and your parents are okay with your cheese tasting like wax for the next few times. Tiny and beautiful. You've got the best color.
Yeah.
So the thing about this that's really nice is that the more different sizes of little shavings we have, the more realistic it actually is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I know I'm white on my hand.
We're jumping.
They have a personality.
Science.
It is so cool.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's cool.
The red wig.
Watch Erica. Watch Erica.
It's like that.
All right, so what I need you to do is answer questions 1 through 4 on your rock cycle simulation analysis sheet. Okay, and let's see, you might need the vocabulary sheet.
What do they represent?
Are they sedimentary rock?
What do the different colored crayons represent?
Yes, yes, they are rocks.
What happens to the rocks when it is weathered?
Erosion.
Don't use that fancy word.
Oh,
Don't use fancy words, just in your own words. If you didn't know what erosion meant, what's happening?
they get dark, they get slimy, they get mossy.
Oh, wait,
they
this
get-
group had it. What did you say
It
for
breaks
number
down.
2?
It breaks apart.
Breaks apart, yeah. Yeah. This group over here is awfully quiet. Are the fragments the same size and shape? No, not questions.
So are the fragments all the same size
Large,
or shape?
small,
Describe them.
tiny.
No, the shapes are different.
The shapes are different
short.
because the rocks are different.
So, but describe them.
Okay, well, yours were like longer and thinner.
Yeah. And your one was
like a dust.
Weather a rock.
Yeah.
Salt water?
Wind.
Or
Yours are
oh,
thin.
wind. Oh,
Mine were just kind of.
So I said the shapes are long, thin.
ice.
Like dust and curly.
Yes.
Okay. Identify 3 weathering agents, natural ways to weather a rock. Rain.
Wind.
Wind.
People.
Yes.
Ooh.
Love it.
And one more.
Other animals.
Animals. One more.
I don't know.
I feel like the answer is here. Wind, sun.
To erosion. Once rock fragments have been created, they are usually moved, eroded by some force of nature like gravity and dropped in a new location, deposition. Here you will act as a depositional force.
This part, you're going to use your foil that's on your counter there. Keep it folded in half, okay? And then one person at a time, you're going to erode, which means you're going to move your rock fragments onto the piece of folded, so leave it folded and just place it on top, okay? And then you want to keep it about 8 centimeters by 8 centimeters. So there's a ruler there for you to use. So you're going to put the sediment.
Which side is centimeters?
CM.
Okay, so one person is moving their rock fragments to the center of that piece of wood. What is it about you?
All 3 pillars have to stay 8 by 8 centimeter.
Yeah, you don't want them to spread out too much. It's okay if they go a little bit over, but you do want to try to keep it.
So let's measure.
Girls, you need to stay on task. Girls, stop fooling around, or I'll make you sit this one out and just observe another group. Raise the roof. All right, so what I need you to do is listen carefully to this next part. You're going to fold your tinfoil over your rock fragments. So I will come around and help each of you to make sure you're doing it right, but you want to leave about 1 centimeter around the edge of it. Any questions? Yes?
We don't cover them all the way, like where you can't see them?
No, you are going to cover them all the way. So I'll come around and help you with that. And then we're going to pause and answer some questions on your analysis sheet.
Describe the shape and size of space between your rock crayon pieces. Are they large or small and irregular or regular shape?
Small and irregular.
They're, I'd say small and irregular too. Well, plus we've also just folded them into an 8 by 8.
Yours really wasn't small.
So
Yours was longer.
if we had kept the sheet flat,
So
it would be longer than. Yeah.
Several different sizes. Yeah.
What happens to the sediment during erosion? That's true.
So what happens to the sediments during erosion?
They fell off of the big crayon.
Yeah.
Oh, they fell off the big
formed.
rock and made little rocks.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you something that it does not say on that sheet because most 6th graders have a hard time with this, but I trust you. This is a good class. You may put it on the floor and stand on it. Do not stomp on it. Just put a foot on it and then put all your weight on it. No stomping, just putting weight on it. Excuse me, do you really have your phone out during class? You can each take your turn. Take your turn. Ah.
You can see one of ours is kind of a...
What you're gonna do is you're gonna break the compressed central region and look into the broken edges. So what you're gonna do is unfold the foil and this just kind of bend it. Don't like lose your rocks, right? You're going to just open it up and kind of break the middle part open so you can see if you can see any layers or anything like that.
Looks pretty layered.
Yeah, can you kind of bend it and break the very middle of it? Yeah, like that. There you go. Yeah, very nice. Good. Ah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you push open the middle a little bit and see if...
very well.
Yeah, you can kind of see there where there's some other colors underneath where it cracks. Yeah. Okay, once you've taken a look at your layers, you're going to answer questions 9 through 12 on your analysis sheet. Okay, remember you're working as a group. You see that? That looks good. Yeah. So help each other out here. Raise the roof. If it's asking whether it's packed tightly or loosely, if you can easily break it apart and chip away at it, it's probably kind of loose, right?
Ours was, because there's only one crack.
The only one crack.
That's the only crack.
This is tight.
Yeah.
Okay, so, do you see any layers? Yes. If so, are they thick or thin?
I
think there's
Yeah, thin.
thin.
I'd say thin.
Looks pretty
Because
thin.
look how thin that is, though.
Yeah.
But the brown looks thick to me.
Maybe because there's more
Brown.
brown.
Okay, so
What happened to the
Because it got pressed together.
Okay. Compacted, yeah. Yeah. There's no
Good word over there.
Okay, which type of rock is formed after all these processes, weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and cementation have occurred?
This is where you might want to look at your vocabulary and see if you can figure out what kind of rock that was. So your vocabulary sheet has 3 different types of rock listed.
Maybe this one, the second one.
Sedimentary?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Good
put
answer.
sedimentary.
Okay, is it igneous? Is it sedimentary?
We say sediment.
You
sedimentary.
say sedimentary?
Yes.
Okay. On to part 4, metamorphism.
Part 4, metamorphism. As the rocks are pushed deeper into the Earth's crust, pressure and temperature increases. Metamorphic rock may become contorted in appearance and actually flow like a plastic material in response to the heat and pressure that is caused by the overlaying rocks. Directions.
Okay, so the next part you're going to do here for metamorphism, you're going to put your rock fragments and rewrap the package. And now they're going to be buried deep in the earth and subjected to mountains building. Add as much pressure as you can by standing on it as hard as you can. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Your turn.
There. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can turn it over, move it around. You are a mountain.
Thank you.
Yes. Mother Nature is big and heavy. All right, we good? Wow, yes. All right. Okay, everybody, now you're going to remove your newly formed metamorphic rock. You're going to open the foil and break the rocks open. And now you're going to kind of be comparing them to what they were before, fragment shapes, the texture. Right, so go ahead and open that up and see if it looks any different.
It looks more chocolatey.
Oh, yes, chocolatey goodness.
More compact.
Much more.
Much more.
Yeah? Can I see that?
Oh, but look at
Here, hold that up.
you touch it and it's breaking.
Look at that.
Is it?
Yeah.
I touched right here and look at that.
Harder to...
Yeah, you can, yeah, like that.
Questions?
Yep,
Okay.
good, yeah. There you go. Now we're gonna answer the questions. Where are we? 13, 14, 15, 16. You're gonna answer those questions. What you got?
The brown is staticky.
Are we supposed to break it?
You can, yeah.
Okay, so here is the part it's coming. Look. From here if we do this.
Oh, that's really thin.
Yeah, that's really thin. And texture, we are getting all the rocks.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
And when you
All
break it apart,
layers
it was
are
all
there.
the, yeah, but it was in layers to look. Because
Yes.
it was the red at the bottom, then the white, then the brown.
So
it
the
stayed,
layers-
it stayed in its layers.
It's thin layers though.
But they just compacted it. They were just like,
So it may be smooth, you know, before we kind of picked it up, it was smooth. You can see parts that are really smooth. They're a little bit shiny. Maybe rocks in the earth get shiny. I don't know.
What type of rock is formed by heat and pressure?
Yeah. And what's the answer?
Metamorphic rock.
A lot of fun. So igneous rocks form deep within the earth. They originate in magma chambers embedded in solid rock. Okay? So what you're gonna do is we're gonna make an aluminum foil bowl. But lucky you, I already have the bowls for you, so you don't have to try to craft that. Okay? We're gonna place our metamorphic rock into it and carefully heat to melting over a hot plate. If it starts to smoke, you're heating it too much. Okay, and while it's heating another piece of foil, you're gonna put a few ice cubes in it. Okay, so I'm gonna help you out with this. So I'll help you with the setup, okay? When your magma has formed, it's gonna erupt so that the lava flows, which means you're gonna carefully pour it out. And over the snow, like snow caps on a mountain, or ice cubes. And after it's cooled, you're gonna remove your extrusive igneous rocks. Ooh.
big word. That's cool.
Turn the hot plates on, and then you're going to put your metamorphic rock into the little foil bowls. There you go. And then we're going to give those hot plates a minute to warm up. You're going to use the tongs. These are actually test tube tongs, but you can at home use tweezers or something so you don't burn yourself. And you're gonna hold that plate. You can put it right on the hot plate, but if it's starting to smoke, then just hold it above it. It's going to be magma.
She said you can set it on there for a little bit. Okay. That group's on fire.
We're on fire.
If it's smoking, just hold it up above it.
It's not this, it's the.
Oh, it's the, oh, so something else is on the hot
Oh my
plate.
goodness, look at that.
Wow, it's
So
Yeah.
cool.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Look.
That is so cool.
You want me to keep it down there?
Look at the little
Okay.
pieces are all shifting all around.
Yes. The smoke is coming, so I'll just put it out there.
There you go.
Good.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
So pretty.
Who knew we'd be so excited over melting crayons?
Very nice.
And look at how it's
How's it looking over here?
YouTube videos.
All right. It's melted. It's going to erupt. So you're going to take it off of the heat and you're going to pour it over the ice cubes, which is the snow on the mountain.
Okay.
Or is it starting to boil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the ice
We're not
cubes.
melted all the way though.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So cool.
Look at the eyes.
Okay, and just let it sit on the snow.
Okay,
now
ready?
pour it.
Pour it?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at it.
Oh, look at it hardened.
So fast.
Very fast.
It wouldn't go super fast in nature necessarily. I guess on the ice it would, but
Well, like right there, it's not going. It's
yeah.
It's still
It'll
there.
take a minute. Turn off your hot plates and move them back towards the wall so you don't burn yourself on them. And unplug them for me. It would be nice if we're sure that they are not staying hot. Okay.
No, that's
stuck in the frozen zone.
Okay, here we go. The next step is you're going to try to lift your rock off of the ice.
With our fingers?
With your fingers.
Without
Yeah.
the ice.
Well, if the ice might come with
Oh.
nice.
It looks like a
Can you get it? Whoops, sorry. Let's see.
No, I don't want to break
That. Hold it over your paper because it's hard to see over the black background. Yeah, look at
Kind of
that.
looks like a fish.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like a stingray. Nice. Can I see yours? Wow. Okay, after you are done admiring your formation, we're going to answer questions 17 through 20 on your analysis sheet.
See any crystals?
So, what is the
See any
crystal?
I don't see any
But like
crystals.
reach it,
Yeah, like on the other side, like it matches the shape of whatever it melted to.
Oh, yes. That's a very good observation.
Oh, that is so cool.
Texture and shape. Do you see?
Irregular shape.
Some smooth.
I read.
Ridges.
It's layered.
Yeah, it's layered. It's layered.
Okay, so texture and shape. So we're saying
Clumsy.
One side is smooth and the other side is more
Like layered.
like layers.
Rigid.
Yeah.
I told you I'm clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
In the extrusive, it says they're supposed to have small, so maybe those shiny things are supposed
The
to
rigid
represent
side
crystals.
But then this says no crystals.
I know, but aren't we doing extrusive?
No.
Yeah, this is exactly the process.
Igneous.
Well, it says igneous rocks that cool from lava rapidly because they form at the surface.
And then they put
They do.
Tell me what sedimentary rock is. That was the first one we did. Can you do it in your own words without actually reading it straight from the vocabulary sheet? You want to try?
Small pieces of rock and fossils and shells all combined together.
Very good, very good. What process must occur for sedimentary rock to be formed? What has to happen first? Oh, go for it.
Erosion.
Erosion, yes, erosion and weathering, very good. What is metamorphic rock? Anybody? Oh, yes.
When rock forms under high heat and pressure.
Very good, very good. And so what processes must occur? You just said high heat and pressure, correct? Yes. And then what is igneous rock? Igneous is not ignorant. Igneous rock. We just made it. Yes, ma'am.
Made from cooling.
Yes.
Magma.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, class A+ for everybody. Yay! Woohoo!